We're recording.
Yeah.
We're inside. Everyone here?
Hello.
Okay,
Hello.
cool.
What's up, Brody?
So we're here today. We're talking about my EP coming out in February.
You.
Brainstorm.
First question I have, just jumping straight in. I just wanted to say, first of all, how long do you think it took you to actually say that you're done with the project? Like, how long did it actually take?
It's hard to say, to be honest, because how I wrote them was pretty quick. It was in quick succession. It was even a month to get it all done. But if I tell you that I had one of the beats since 2017, I had another beat since 2018, 3 of the beats I got in 2019, Chess was written in 2018, everything else was written in 2019. So to say the process was quite long, but when I said, it was literally after we came to your birthday in November of 2019. When I left there, I just said, I just don't know what it was. I was just like, I'm doing this now. You know what I mean? So when I go back, I found a producer. I got 3 beats from him. I had the beats I already had. And I was like, cool, I'm doing this now. And when I said I'm doing this, I put it together in a very, very quick manner. Like from November to maybe December, I was ready to say, January, we're on it. We're doing this. Yeah. But collectively, it's been a long process because I always knew, project-wise, I wanted to not just take my time, but I need it to be a true representation of who I am. Yeah. I don't want it to just be a bunch of random songs. It needs to make sense to me at least. So I can at least explain why this is this and why that is that. Even if it is all over the place, I have a reason. Know what I mean? Yeah. But to be honest, I wouldn't have this conversation with any other people. You lot have been here since love. You know what I mean? You've seen the whole process. That's why I wanted to do this. Not with just a random person who's gonna ask. Like they're gonna ask questions, but they're gonna know the backstory. They're gonna know the history. They're gonna know why this is this and that's.
Them nights freestyling in the bedroom.
You feel me?
Bro,
literally
everything. There's never been a point where we've all been together and ain't not.
It's not a free. Like it's always a freestyle session, bro.
We've heard drafts. We've heard cuts. We've
put
heard
a Lil Wayne beat on you going right now. Yeah, 7 minutes straight.
It was not 7 minutes, bro.
It was a lot longer than that. I swear we went hour, and we ran it back as well.
Tell me,
we ran it back. Yeah,
I kept putting that beat back. That's the longest. That's a proud moment. I'm not gonna lie.
It's just crazy because we know how many tracks you have actually done, and some tracks that people may never hear. And for you, what was the mindset going into picking what tracks was on Brainstorm?
To be fair, as I said, I got a certain amount of beats. I said, so like the guy I got the beats from, he sent me like loads to pick from. Yeah. Obviously that's just his folder he sends out to people who ask for beats. I just went through and I picked the ones I liked. I shortlisted them. Because obviously they're snippets, they're previews, they're like 30 seconds. So you can't write a whole song to it. But you can get a gist of, okay, this is kind of what I want for this. So I went through them. I shortlisted like maybe 10. Okay. And then I listened to what I already had. So I already had Chess. I knew Chess was like the so I knew I had Chess and I had the beat for Gemini. Okay. Gemini's a super slow one. I knew I had the super fast one, the super slow one. I just needed whatever was in between. Whatever was in between. So I found them and I was kind of pretty like the tracks you heard beforehand and afterhand were never gonna be on this. Okay. So the beats I chose was specifically for this. You know what I mean? There was only one other song that got taken off after the fact. But besides that, it's not like there was like 100 song shortlist to be on this. There was songs, but there wasn't. When I said I'm doing Brainstorm, I had the songs in mind. I had the idea in mind. So it was just like straightforward.
Just going off that, where did the name Brainstorm come from?
Wait. Before you even answer that, just to piggyback off that question. Yeah. Obviously, this project to you, I mean, you've always spoken about how when you do a project, it's not going to be some just like whatever, just to put out. Like, you've always said you're gonna make sure it's what you want to put out and everything. And I think is that also a reason as to why it's like the process may have taken as long as it has. Like obviously you're not just gonna put every track that you made onto it. You're gonna make some tracks and be like, I like this, but this don't really fit the theme of what I'm trying to go for.
Yeah.
Like, how many times have you had to? Obviously, we kind of know from when we've all been together, but by yourself, how many times have you just been like
for the people?
Like you had, like you literally had the track list of everything, and you're like, this one, but let me put that. But I don't like because we've gone through it many times.
Yeah. And the funniest thing is, even before that, I've had. So when I started rapping in 2016, that's when I said like, I want to do this. I was inspired. 2016. 2016. I was inspired by my brother, obviously, because he's like probably one of the best rappers I know. And I was in the house with him, so obviously I could see.
Shout out, big bro.
Come on.
Free him. And there was a guy called Capital Steez who's in Pro Era. He's like with Joey Badass and stuff.
R.I.P.
I kind of found him. Facts. I found him at the same time when I was like, because we was in Brit. We was all like Brit. We was in sixth form. I was realizing that like what I'm doing right now is not what I want to. I'm kind of here for no reason almost. Everyone's kind of finding their path, and I was I'm not gonna say scared, but I was getting a bit shaky. You know what I mean? Because I was like, okay, I don't want to go to vocational for musical theatre. Like it's not for me.
Yeah.
I don't really want to act. I don't really want to like. It was nothing to where music kind of found me. Music has always been in my life from a kid, bro. Not making it, but just like it being around me.
Yeah.
If you ask my mom, bro, like the amount of music she played around me. You see my dad, like he surprisingly plays songs I know, like, and then my brother was making music.
Yeah.
People tell me my granddad was really into music. It's almost like in my
your
bloodline.
blood,
Almost, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It was always around me. I was the kid that was on the bus with 700 songs MP3 converted. Before Apple Music, before all of that, I had.
Come on.
I was YouTube to MP3 converter, 700 songs.
Phone by the radio recording.
But it is what it is, bro. Or if you get the YouTube song, you have to listen to the intro because you don't have the official song. I went through it, bro.
Man.
Yeah, I forgot the question. I was
Catbeast.com.
I forgot the question. I've been into music for so long. So I started rapping in 2016, inspired by those people.
Yeah.
But when I came in, I was more like spoken wordish. But because I listened to so much music, I knew the spoken word thing and the music thing was two different things. I knew coming in like that, I'm not gonna have the audience I want because it's too wordy. It's too much. Not everyone's on the conscious stuff. No. And I didn't only listen to conscious stuff. Yeah. I listened to everything.
Yeah.
So I knew this is before I had a sound. This is just me trying to find out what I like.
Yeah.
When you start, you find what you like first.
Yeah.
You try and replicate what you like.
Yeah. Yeah.
Then you start moving into like what you can actually do and what you can't do.
Facts.
So I was listening to everyone. I'm listening to conscious stuff, and I'm like, yeah, I like spoken word. I like doing poetry. But then I started realizing that it's not how I want to be presented. So I started working on it. I started doing things that was I started, you know what I mean, listening to making music that I like to listen to. Yeah. And then to bring back to the question, Brainstorm, I said in 2016, my first, I don't know where I got it from. Yeah. Literally from the air. Yeah. I was just like, my first album is gonna be called Brainstorm. Okay. And if I didn't drop the phone I had in water and it was water damage, I could show you the notes. I said, it is what it is. Isn't it? This was before phones was water resistant, innit? Come on. I literally said my first album will be called Brainstorm. That's great. And the funniest thing is, from 2016 till now, there's a band called Brainstorm. Okay. But no one has used that as a song name, an EP. If it is now, then my mistake. But like from when I've been looking at it, no one has used a name, which to me makes it even more special that I made an idea in 2016 that still hasn't been touched.
So what's crazy is that technically thinking about it, this project has matured and grown 100%. Like over a period of time.
Even to what you're saying, before, as you said, like tracks coming on and off. Before you lot saw tracks, maybe in like 2017, it was about to be a whole jazz rap album.
Yeah, because there's no way that this idea from 2016 is the exact same.
No.
Like, that's insane.
No way. I bought the beats. I had all the beats there. I said, these are the beats. Yeah. Over time.
I had a drill beat in there or something.
This was before drill, bro. This was before drill. But look, I had all the beats and I'm like, this is it. And then over time, take one off, take two off. I'm left with three and I'm like, this isn't how I want to be represented. Let me take this off. Because style wise, like my style has changed so much. But the worst thing is, like, you guys will know because you've heard it. But to an outsider, the first song they heard was Space, which is they lawyer when I spit it.
The real fans
will be on the
SoundCloud. Yeah,
for real.
Which you can go check out and see the beginning of Dash.
I will never delete that.
You should never.
Simply just to show you the progression,
100%.
How the wordplay gets better, how
100%.
Even like using my voice gets better. I found my voice a bit more. I was a bit higher up there. I got comfortable. For me, for me, it's important to be able to show your progression.
And it's crazy how this happened naturally. Like, I don't want people to think that, you was like, oh, I'm going to make it take this long. Like, you actually was just going with however you was feeling with the project. Different things happen in your life. Different, you know what I'm saying? Things happen whilst on the project, whilst you was working with it. So this happened naturally. So
if we're being real, because I want people to understand, because I don't post a lot, I don't say a lot. It looks like music is like a secondary to me, or like I don't care about it. The amount of times I hear people say like, you still do music, and it hurts because like we know like what I try and put into this, but I understand if I haven't shown it, haven't explained it, I understand why you could ask me that question. But as I said, when I went to Corny's birthday in 2019 of November, I said I'm doing this. I had it all. I had it all written in December.
Damn.
Yeah, I was ready. I had the first drafts because I didn't come to. Shout out to Razak, he's the one who mixed mastered it.
Yes, sir.
Making numbers. Shout out to Making Numbers.
Yep.
But I didn't go to him first. I wasn't the first person that touched this project. I went to Amari, who is the producer on Gemini.
Yeah.
I went to there to do the whole thing in December. I think I got it back in January. That's the same time when I hit the cameraman that we used to work with. And I said, cool, I have this. We're going to do this. He was on board. He said, yeah, well, I said, I want a little mini documentary. You guys know, I said, I want to do 2 videos, a mini documentary, just to all go with what was being made. Obviously, we know it's crazy because it was 2019 to 2020. So in 2020, when did we shoot?
Definitely before COVID, right?
No,
I think so.
It was just before COVID.
I think so. We shot one before COVID and one in between.
Yeah. The first one.
Well, like, even if we didn't shoot a video, we was around. We was doing like, we done like this. Like, we was really trying to make like a mini.
Yeah.
We had a lot of shots. Like, at my house, I basically done this before. But it wasn't in this format. It was a camera against me. Someone asked me questions, but they was both there when it was happening. We done this all before. Like, we had loads of footage everywhere. So I was ready to go. Yeah. If the cameraman was ready, I would have had everything ready and set early 2020.
Yeah.
Pre-COVID.
Things didn't plan out.
He disappeared with the footage. And obviously, I wasn't telling anyone Brainstorm coming soon. It's coming soon. It was us. I kind of like surprise drops because it leaves no expectation. It means when it comes, you can only take it as it is. So me doing it, I'm like, yeah, cool. I'm working behind the scenes. We're going to get it. I'm going to put it out. It's going to look sick. It never came back to me. No, that was a perfect sound. That was a perfect sound. That was a perfect sound still.
Oh, days. Wow.
Never mind.
What was this one?
Perfect sound.
That's crazy.
Because that's exactly how I felt when it happened. That's exactly how I felt when none of the stuff was with me, innit?
Don't you think it's just crazy how much different do you think the project would have been? Then
you need to understand, shout out to Amari, but the mixing wasn't where it was supposed to be. You know what I mean? It wasn't at its top. It wasn't there.
Yeah.
Imagine me dropping, not knowing COVID's coming, or dropped it and then COVID would have hit, and all the attention's off of it and onto COVID. Even after COVID, BLM, George Floyd, I couldn't drop it then. Yeah. Because that's so, in my head I was like, it wasn't the right time. So imagine I would have had this stuff. I would have been content with stuff that I know wasn't 100%. I would have dropped it at a random time, and it wouldn't have been. My heart wouldn't have been there. So in a way,
everything happens for a reason. I've always been a key believer on that.
Blessings in disguise.
All of it.
Sometimes you don't even see the blessing because, let's be honest, I don't think you saw the blessing at the time. 100%. I do remember, obviously, you wasn't too happy about the situation. None of us was, but
not even that yet. Like you were ready to Yeah, he had all the songs and everything. And then you literally just said, okay, cool. Since this has happened, like with the cameraman and everything, he said, I bet let's redo the whole thing. You went and pretty much re-recorded most of the songs.
To be honest with you though, after that happened, I scrapped the whole EP. All these songs I had, I said,
he was ready. He said, Brainstorm.
I said, I'm off this. I said, this sounds
old. Brainstorm was just a brainstorm.
Yeah, for real. I said, this is all old to me.
So where did the love come back then?
So, end of, when did COVID stop? Like in 2020?
Still in it, bro.
No, yeah, word.
Still in it.
It calmed down, I think, towards the middle of 2021. I think it calmed down. So like August, it started to calm down a bit, or 2021.
No.
Wasn't 2020?
But what, it calmed down?
To the point where you can still get
2021.
You can go back outside.
2021.
Okay. Because there was
when we could go back outside, I was outside.
2020, yeah.
So I'll say from
That was around August, and then we went back in.
Yeah.
Cool. So for timeline's sake, 2019, I say I'm doing this.
Yeah.
2020, I have the songs recorded, and I'm starting to shoot with the cameraman.
Yeah.
COVID hits. Mid-COVID, we go out and shoot again. That's when we shot Chess. That's when we shot 777.
Okay.
None of that gets back to me until I don't hear anything until like my birthday, July. I know it's not coming to me now. I say, cool, I don't have the stuff around it. I'm scrapping the whole thing. And then is what it is. And then I'm losing faith. And then I don't know what it was, but I just started getting back into just how I write is I freestyle to beats until I like it and I take it. So then I just hit Raz because he started like promoting the studio he was at before this one. And I just said like, let me just go make some new stuff. Let me just forget about Brainstorm and just go make some new stuff. Yeah. That's when KTST was made. For
if you haven't heard KTST, what are you doing with yourself?
For real. Because when KTST was made, I have a lot of songs made. I was onto a whole next project even.
Yep.
I was onto a whole next project. And then I just kept thinking to myself,
something wasn't right.
Something wasn't right, but
it's like, your baby. You can't I'm
gonna be honest. And to do it with a whole different. At this point, like these songs were solidified to me. Like these are like, this is me. This is a perfect expression of like who I am. If you wanna hear how I sound on different beats, here you go. Like for me, this is the perfect package to be like, for anyone who doesn't know me, it's like this is what you can get. It will get better, but this is a base. So for me to jump to the new stuff I made, personally, it felt like too much of a jump from, because the last thing they had seen from me is, it was Reasons on.
Go check that out on YouTube.
Yeah, it was just a YouTube video. So the jump from that to the new stuff would have been way too drastic. In my head, I was like, this doesn't make sense. It probably would make people jump all the time, but to me, like artistically, I was like, this doesn't make sense.
It didn't sit right with you.
Didn't sit right.
Yeah. Just to say, fun fact: Reasons is my mom's favorite song.
Come on,
yeah. Shout out your mom.
My mom liked KTST.
Likes Reasons
because she didn't. That's the only one that I remember didn't have swearing in it.
Yeah, so Reasons does have swearing.
Oh,
yeah.
I don't do it on purpose, bro. It's just like,
but I mean, Reasons is on YouTube, and I ain't got a date like that. So
KTST, so that's music. But I let it go, and then so I'm making these songs, and in my head I'm like, Brainstorm, I don't know what it was, bro. It was,
just ringing in your head.
It was literally like a little, like I couldn't let it go. So then, as I said, I hadn't recorded it with Raz yet, but then by now I'm like, cool. I got these songs. I want to re-record it. What can we do? Yeah, chopped out. We got it done. If I show you how many times he sent it to me, like there's so many versions on my computer, right? That every time I get a new one, I have to say this is the one, just so I know not to go back to. I have so many versions of this where he's mixed it, someone else has mastered it, or he mixed it better. Like it's gone through so many forms. I'm telling you, you don't understand how many forms it's taken. Like I will show you afterwards. Like you'll see how many files I have for these same 5 songs, 6 songs, the same files.
I mean, as you should, like, because you've been through a lot.
You
know what I mean? You want it as good as you can get it.
But that's why I was saying to myself, I didn't think I was a perfectionist, but how I look at this music thing is it's like my style is individual regardless. So I would rather have the perfect mix and master. So if you don't like it, it's because you don't like the style, not because the vocals was too low or you couldn't really understand what I said there. If you say when they hear it now and they say they don't like it, it's because you don't like the style. I'm fine with that. I'm not here to impress everyone and be everyone's favorite. If you like it, you will like it.
Facts.
And it'll be crisp and clean and echoey and.
So I just wanted to quickly go through the track list of Brainstorm and just give a few seconds on a little bit of information on each track.
We can play them even.
Yeah,
like,
let's
just to
give them a little bit of a
little.
taste too.
Come on.
You want to start from one or just
Start
jump
from-
in? Like just start from the intro or
Yeah,
just
start from the intro.
start from the
Yeah.
Intro is called Brainstorm.
Some road trials and tribulations. You have to go through things. You have to know the bad to know the good. You had no bad, you didn't know any bad. How would you know the good? How would you be able to be happy if you
This
were
goes like this. You will bang in your car, not
for real.
drive.
life is going through
You didn't even need it to be
The rain's in the song.
I need these people to realize I've changed. Not the same person from back in the day. Life it got harder, my thoughts it got darker, but music's the only thing keeping me sane. That is the realest. Had to know fate to work out who the real is. Losing my mind trying to find what I'm feeling. Making my proud, that's the aim of the mission. Making my proud, that's the aim of the mission.
In your bedroom.
Just
listening to it.
The thing is, I get flashbacks of hearing the YouTube beats and him just freestyling,
Do you know what I
even
mean?
before
Like,
the full words, just like the flow. And go, no.
We were there literally
At the
as
birth.
he was showing
Yeah.
at the pregnancy, bro. Like he was showing us the beat. I was like, oh, I kind of like this one, and then
Yeah.
it just went off a little bit. It's
Yeah.
like, okay, cool. And then he records something, and then we get bro, the
progression. So now it's a full-on adult now. It's a
You
girl.
know what I mean? Like,
So even for this one, it's like this one is probably it has the least meaning to it.
Okay.
But you can hear me talking in between. It kind of builds it. This is why it was an intro, because it's literally just me like explaining how I just need to do things. I just need to keep moving forward. Stop thinking about, you know what I mean, what I'm doing or why I'm doing it, and just do it.
Yeah.
I knew it was an intro from the start because of the brainstorm. Like it just made sense to have this play first.
I saw you said your music is clown rap. Like, this is what he is.
Possibly, but I don't really have a name for it. But obviously, it starts to sound kind of cloudy. Like,
Yeah, I guess this is
it's themed. Yeah. So maybe it's not cloud rap, but this song in general is themed to start.
When you first heard the beat, did you kind of know in the beginning you was gonna do a little talk, or just coming from the soul?
I had no idea.
That just came naturally, like even in the studio.
What I used to do is when I was driving to work, I don't know if this is weird or not, but when I was driving to work, sometimes you need to check in with yourself. So like if I show you my voice memos, like, I got a whole bunch of like me just talking to myself almost. But it's almost affirmations almost.
Okay.
Just to remind myself of where I am, what I need to do. Because sometimes you get stuck in a cycle.
Yeah, 100%.
And for me, sometimes like when I'm stuck in a cycle, I don't see it. So like I'm on the hamster wheel, and it's only when like I step off that, I'm like, you was running on that hamster wheel for 2 months, 3 months.
when
Stuck
your
in
legs start hurting, bro.
See what I mean? So I would just record these things, and I'm not no mixer or no, but like I have Logic. I'm not saying I know how to do stuff, but sometimes like I like play around with stuff, and I find stuff that works and doesn't work. So like I don't know how I came up with it, but I was just playing it because like the voice note that this came from is like a 2-minute voice note.
Okay.
And sometimes you just play things at the right time.
Yeah.
And it just drops at the right time, and you're like,
Yeah.
it kind of makes sense to the whole thing. Let me leave it there. And it just kind of made. See, I couldn't put that in the middle of the tape. It might make sense, but like at the start, it like really solidifies like.
If you put it in the middle, it's more like an interlude, like
know what I mean?
middle break. But that is, yeah, I mean, personally to me, it's perfect for the intro.
This is solid and it starts.
Track number 2.
It's like let me just listen.
Let's track number 2. For the people.
It's that one.
You know the vibes.
It's that one.
Tell them the name.
Come on,
This is Chess.
Come on.
This is Chess.
fun fact.
It's that one.
Fun fact about this song.
This game of chess,
When
make
we
a
first
move,
did the
I got
recording for this
patience.
song,
The
I
flow so
smoked in my
sick,
chest.
need a medic, these my patience. She like my smell, it's just the year I pin my
He's
fragrance.
improved though. He's
I
improved.
cheat your
He
girl,
be
she
Funny thing is, I
never
couldn't
told
play
me
chess when I made this song. I couldn't play chess when I made this song. I'm telling people it's game of chess. I couldn't play chess, bro. If you want to know a fun fact about this song, no bullshit. I recorded this song 5 times in 5 different places. I was that confident that this song was like important to me. That there was 5 different people that I went
dedication.
to. They done it didn't work. I said, they done it didn't work. I said, and this was even before it was in my head to be Brainstorm. This was just like, I really like this song. I love this beat. Going to random people like, yeah, let's get this done.
So what made you not think, maybe I'm never gonna get to a, you know? What made you?
Good dedication.
Yeah.
As I said, it was like it wouldn't stop in my head. You know what I mean? Like when I start looking at the songs I have, sometimes you just got drafts in your computers and your phone. You keep it. You're like, this is it. You know
I guarantee you, if on that 4th one, you're like, bro, and then
I'm over it.
And then something hit you, bro. You record it again. It's like, okay,
now we're here.
I'm glad I recorded it again.
But even to say to now, it's 2022, and I wrote this song in 2018.
This is 4 years ago.
I wrote this song in 2018, but it still feels relevant
That's
to
the
me.
power of music.
It still feels relevant to me. Like it doesn't sound like I'm trying to sound like no one. It literally sounds like me.
And you know what's crazy is the fact that we hear this, especially you.
Yeah.
This is nostalgic to you. To everyone else, this is fresh. This is
literally,
bro. Because then they'll come back in 4 years' time, and be like, oh, I remember we first hearing this in 2022.
Bro, I made this ages ago.
Bro.
I made this ages ago.
check the facts.
I
made this ages ago.
It's crazy. It's crazy.
Ages ago.
It's crazy.
But also like just before we go into track, the whole point of the tracks, right?
Yeah.
Like Brainstorm, the name came out of nowhere, but like I created a meaning for it afterwards. Just being the fact that 2 reasons. One, I used to be a way bigger overthinker than I am now. I'm gaining control of that kind of situation, but beforehand it was bad. And like the definition for brainstorm is one that means like you kind of just how you can visualize a brainstorm in your head, like it's just rain, thunder, everything's going on, you can't think straight. There's bad stuff happening.
Yeah.
That was one reason for brainstorm, because it's like I actually feel like this word describes how I am as a person. Too much stuff happening up top. Just
and then the middle is your brain.
Constant. And then the other reason was a brainstorm in itself is an idea with things that are related to it outside. So for me, making this project, it was like, if I call it this, I have the ability to kind of write what I want and make it make sense, because if it's a brainstorm, it's my brain.
Yeah.
So any idea that's coming off of this brain is relatable because it's my brain. And it's my, you know what I mean? So it ended up being like each kind of track had like a meaning to it, or at least an emotional. Like this song that I just played, like Chess, is like the bravado, the confidence, it's how I feel when I'm happiest. You know what I mean? We'll go through them and you'll start to realize that all of them kind of have an emotion attached to them. Brainstorm intro is the only one that kind of is just, but even so, it's kind of like as I said, like making mom proud. That's the aim. Like it's kind of like a proud song. Like this is what I want to do. But after this, it gets like emotion. This is the high. You know what I mean? Like when you're going through your ups and downs, like this is where you need to be up. But we can do track 3.
Track 3.
Track 3
is crazy, man.
Crazy.
Track 3 is Heart Eyes. Let me make sure this is the right one. Correct.
I remember this song, I did.
So I mean, like we're sitting here like, I remember this. Yeah, bro. Like, this is gonna be the first time hearing this.
Stuck on my mind all of the time. I got these feelings, don't know what they mean. Do not disturb, finding the words to tell you I see you whenever I sleep, whenever I dream. Trying to make sense of my soul, because all of that talking is cheap.
Bro.
Okay, sounds crisp now.
It's not even just that yet. Just in the beginning, that small. That wasn't there in the beginning. You played it again, and I heard that, and I was like,
what is the difference?
And it's just that one small difference.
So something extra is like songwriting wise. I'm at a point where I can write a song and it can mean something to me. And if you don't want to look into it, it's easy on the ear. It's fun on the ear. If you want to look into it, content there for you. You know what I mean? That's where I'm at. That's
I respect that, because you give the audience a choice.
See what I mean?
The listeners a choice.
I'm not saying this is conscious. Listen to what I'm saying. I'm not saying just anything. I said it's all connected to an emotion.
Yeah, just like, this is what I have, boom, you take what you want.
It's like art. I give you art. You can make a reason for it. Or you can just say, I'm gonna put this in one. Or you can say, oh, it's me.
stuck on my
You know what I mean?
mind all of the time.
That's how I approach songs when I make them.
And I think for you as well, yeah, the fact that
Whenever I sleep, whenever I
me and
dream,
Courtney,
makes sense of my soul because
I mean, we all listen to the same music and also have our own little ventures and
I was
whatever.
thinking what we could be.
Courtney ain't really full lyrics.
I got these feelings, don't know what they mean.
So
He ain't full lyrics. Like he really wants such a dash powers to make a song where the rhyme scheme is the same for the whole thing.
but you actually just reminded me when I was making it in the start. I was giving it to you two because I knew you would appreciate the lyrics, and I knew if he liked it, it was dumbed down enough
Yeah.
to not even like that. No, but you know what I mean. You know what I mean?
It's true. I'm very basic and simple with my.
You know what I mean? He likes to hear a consistent flow.
My favorite artist is Gunna, besides my boy
Yeah,
Dash.
that tells you enough.
No, you know what I mean? No, but like in all fairness, like Gunna's Gunna, right? Like let's not get confused. But like style wise, he wants to hear stuff that's just bouncy, fun, easy on the
simple,
ear.
easy, you know.
But then again, we'll say that, but then we'll get to Gemini. Gemini's like a wordy song, but he likes that song, so it's a bit weird. But but I came to these two because I knew I'd get both. If he likes it, I know it's easy enough to just go around everyone. He likes
to the
it.
ears.
There's content there.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
It's facts.
Sorry, I'm getting too excited.
No, yeah, for real.
I'm really
But,
excited for Gemini though.
no, but as I said, Chess was the upbeat.
Yeah.
I'm happy. Heart Eyes is the girl. I'm not gonna lie, yeah. Me and love songs, like I
You can make them.
I don't know why, but
100%.
like
That's why I was saying with reasons.
for real, it's just I'm like a hopeless romantic. So when I'm writing, yeah, I don't remember who this was about, but it's always like someone, something,
Yeah.
somewhere,
Yeah.
and I can write off like it won't have to be like in a serious situation. Like it can be like a little situation, sparks it, and it keeps going. So Heart Eyes is literally just like you put Heart Eyes under a girl's picture, or send it to her. Heart Eyes is like stuck on my mind all the time. I got these feelings, don't know what they mean. Like I'm working out. Do I like this girl?
Yeah.
Am I trying to shoot this? It's not like I'm in love song. Heart Eyes is you're looking for it, innit? Another emotion. So you have the upbeat, you have the emotional.
Facts.
Got some intellectual stuff in there as well.
Feel me?
Yeah, both people can relate. Males and females can relate.
For
You know
real.
what I mean?
For real. 3, 4.
Oh,
1, 2,
yeah,
4,
yeah.
4.
This is a project for everyone.
4.
Whatever you identify as.
4.
You gotta accept everyone now.
For real, man. I love everyone.
Come on.
Unless you hate me, then. So,
No, I love you. I love you still. Just keep hating me.
Forever.
real
You're
shit.
gonna push my shit.
I'm ascending to the heavens sea. I want 7 G's.
Oh my! I even remember the music video to this. Oh shit! We was doing crazy shit. Niggas didn't even know. We was in a whip. We was in a whip.
Oh, the whole car.
We was in a whip, people. In a whip, almost falling out a moving car.
No, we were literally in the tunnel, like under the Thames. And we just hopped out, just started.
Oh man,
We
crazy.
were everywhere.
Stupid.
That would have been hard.
Stupid.
That would have been hard, but you know.
Stupid, but
This one
It's what it is.
is called 777.
Come on.
I think it had a different name before, but I can't remember what the name was. Meaning behind it, it's money. Like it's just it's upbeat, but it's also like I said, it's emotional. So you got the upbeat one where I'm trying to feel happy. You got the emotional. I'm trying to, you know what I mean. I'm trying to talk. I'm trying to pursue this girl. This one is like, don't get confused. Like I still need to pay. You know what I mean? Still need to get paid. Like regardless of if money is the main goal or not, still need to get paid. Like money bags on my eyes. Don't ask why. Like I don't. Like I'm still trying to chase this bag. You know what I mean?
100%.
I need to be known. Yeah, cool. I'm doing this, that, and the third. But like chasing the bag. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
We're all chasing the bag. When you get around people, like everyone's trying to get paid regardless.
Anyone tells you they ain't trying to get
They're
paid.
lying, bro.
You're just around the wrong people.
For real, I can tell you, I'm not doing music for money, but this is just to be like,
Yeah.
don't get it confused. Don't get it confused.
Pay
like,
me.
Don't get it confused. Like, you know our worth, bro.
As they say, if you can do something for free, like a passion of yours for free, it's something that you really love. You know what I'm saying? Now, obviously, it would suck, and the goal is obviously to live off your dream and do what you're doing.
Yeah.
But we're grinding and we're getting up there, and you know, this is
I'm fully at a point where I can say like, I will do music whenever. When I'm 45, 65, I will make it, even if it's not full.
yeah.
even if it's not the main income, it's not what I'm doing for a job, I will always create because it's my way of my therapy.
Yeah.
You guys know I don't really talk about like, my feelings too much. And the thing is, you might hear a song and not know. That's the great thing about it. You can hear it and have a good time.
Yeah.
I might have written it from a painful place.
Sure about how you take it.
And that's great for me because for me it was a release. And then you like it, it's even better. But if you don't like it, it was a release regardless. It got from me to this.
And I'm sure for you as well, it's dope you seeing the impact it has on other people too.
Yeah.
So
because every as I said, because I've been listening to music for so long, I know how I can relate to a song. Like if I'm in a mood and I put Janae on, like I know I'm in that space. You know what I mean? And I will only get better at that. The more I do, the more songs I make, the bigger studios I go to, the better producers I work with. It will only get better. Like the vibe will only grow. This is I made this with not small resources, but
yeah.
I didn't, you know what I mean? It's not supposed to sound like the most professional, biggest thing in the world. It's supposed to be real. It's supposed to be like, this is the starting point. Like you can hear this and say, okay, cool. Like this is where he's coming from.
Yeah.
This is a good start.
100%.
I don't expect anyone to hear this and say, oh, like this is it's the end. Like this is the beginning. Like I know people say it all the time, but it really is.
But what's crazy as well is people forget, like, there's a lot of people, like, for example, like me, that even love an artist's first projects more than,
For real.
you know what I'm saying? Like for me, I'm a big fan of Young Thug, but I prefer the old Young Thug, the slime seasons rather than the Young Thug now.
You literally hear the hunger.
For real.
It's like true. There's some artists now, like you hear some of their stuff and you're like, you're just putting it out just to put out.
Which I think is very difficult though, to be honest, because you do, let's be honest, can easily lose a bit of hunger.
Well,
when you're up there, do you know what I mean?
Getting easier,
yeah.
You just make songs.
It's naturally human nature. Do you know what I mean?
And I can't say that will never happen to me, but
ideally, you want like the better you are becoming with it, the more resources you've got to expand, to expand on this.
But that's kind of why I feel like it's important to have a foundation. This is a foundation for me. This is like the you made a house. This is like the beams before everything else went up.
These are the roots to the plant, as they say.
Because a lot of people disappear and not get signed, but they get developed. Like people get found and get developed, and then all their stuff goes and they come out as a something. Even if that happens, everyone who sees me now will be able to say, we saw him when he was like this, and it was uncut and raw, and you know
that's why it's good that you keep your old stuff. That's why you keep your old stuff. That's true.
For me, it's a foundation. It's like, this is what he sounds like now. So if it ever comes to a point where I'm changing my sound or this and the third, you'll see where it came from. You'll be able to watch the path go. Okay, he started to use. Okay,
in a way, you'll understand like how you've gone from this to this instead of. I guess that goes back to what you're saying about the whole jump. Like you wouldn't want to go straight from this and then all of a sudden you're just fucking A-list.
That's why it's good to have the old content so people can even go through that growth themselves. Do you know what I mean?
My whole. Let me jump in. Yeah, sure. But there's no third mic, but you can just send it to someone.
I mean, I see a mic over there.
Huh?
Yeah.
Oh, it's long to set up though, bro.
Yeah, obviously.
I don't know how to do it.
Oh yeah.
Just quick. I ain't seen this.
Shout out to Dominic. My boy.
Been subbed.
Shit, watch me break everything. Well done. Right, listen.
Yes, sir.
Before you go, there's 13 minutes left.
Alright.
On
The
this.
question won't be that long.
Yeah.
But there's 13 minutes.
Okay.
Calm.
Alright, got a question.
Go on.
When there was a time where you said, because your freestyles are stupid.
For real.
You've not released a freestyle
For real.
that I've heard. Like when I hear your music, I'm like cold. But your freestyles, bro, that you don't get in the studio and record are dumb to the point where like if someone caught 12 seconds of that, they're gonna go, fuck, who is this brother? Now we've had a conversation before and it's been like, but I don't feel like I can. You said I don't feel like I can release that music until I've made like a name for myself. But I was like, but I don't agree with that. Do you remember this conversation? Am I lying? Like just like you said, I don't feel like I can release that stuff until I'm established and I've made something for myself.
Well, I'll say my stance hasn't changed, but like what I just said to them about this being the foundation, I think that's more so what I meant then. As in, like I want something to people to go. People can go back to this and say this is this, and then after I beam out from this, all the freestyles that come afterwards will be fine because I'm not established, but like I have my feet on the floor. You know what I mean? To come out and put a random freestyle out of something else, to me, it just didn't feel right because as I told you, when I write freestyles, I write them to be, because it's quick, I don't write them the same as I write songs. I write freestyles to be like, it's supposed to catch you. So like even like there was a H1 I done ages ago, and like I do a fast flow.
I went hard, man.
And I do a fast flow.
I'm gonna get mad.
I done it on purpose because I know you have a certain time. A song, as you said, sometimes you want a song to have a consistent whatever. If I'm writing a freestyle, I know you're only going to be here for a minute at most.
Yeah. The first 10 seconds, if you don't track them, then it's like, okay, cool.
So let me get into it, like the flow, and let me double back. Now I run it back. Like, let me speed it up so you get like, oh, you don't even know what I'm saying, but you're like, oh. Now you watched it twice. So freestyle wise, like I'll always be a freestyle guy. But I was, even in that point where we was talking, I wasn't really confident in what I was writing. You know what I mean?
Okay.
Sometimes I was just like, it was outburst. It was very outbursty. Now I feel like I'm at a space where I can articulate what I mean. And with more time within the studio, those freestyles will become songs.
Calm.
Feel me?
People need to hear that.
Facts.
It's silly.
And I'm also going to get back on the freestyles as well within this year.
Come on.
I'm getting back on the freestyle stuff.
Speaking of this year, since we have to wrap it up and everything.
Let me play. I got one more. I got Gemini to play, which is his favorite. You want to hear Gemini though?
I was trying to be nice.
Come. For real. Appreciate you though.
Shout out Dominic.
For real.
The legend in the making.
He's one of them people that I just like. He's like it's like I look up to him almost. You know what I mean?
100%.
I look
That's
up
a
to him.
fact.
So if Dominic tells me something, I'm like,
That's a fact.
I
He's
hear
one
it
of
all
the
the way
most.
through.
That's a fact.
You
It's
know,
the one guy.
Although we're here for Dash, Dominic is one of the most talented people I've met in my life.
He is the most talented person I've met.
Literally, 100%.
He can do it all.
That's
And
a fact.
to the point, yeah, where you guys kind of know, like, I used to be like the advice guy for us, right? But like, if there was anyone, I'd be like, yeah.
This guy has advice on life as well. Not even just creative, like life as well. Like his wisdom is stupid. They think that we're all the same age, but you know.
So some people are just ahead in it. It's just different.
Yeah.
Some people lived in past like, I'm not gonna get into that right now.
We go to Dash for advice. Dash goes to Dom for advice. It just says everything.
Not
Not
advice,
just
but
advice,
like if I
I mean,
if
we've
was,
known each other since we were kids. Like,
if I was to
13.
hear anyone out fully and tell me
It's
like, bro,
Dominic.
and like you're wrong about this, I'd be like, it'll be him. But let's just do Gemini.
Ooh, my favorite age. Whew. I'm gonna try my hardest not to rap over this because you know.
This guy was a feature.
Well,
How long has it got?
Let's see.
Only 8.
It was on 13.
13.
No, I thought in that 13.
Trying to tell my story, but where do I start? Trying to find the key so I can play my part. I'm blindfolded, I'm empty, I'm lost, I'm in the dark. Yeah, feeling like I never feel the spark. Trying to tell my story, but where do I start? Trying to find the key so I can play my heart.
So
I'm
even so,
blindfolded,
like,
I'm empty, I'm lost,
this
I'm in
is the
dark.
heartbreak song.
Yeah, feeling like
This
I
is the
never feel
heartbreak
the
song.
spark.
My heart's hurting right now.
It's the heartbreak song. It's funny because like the beat is emotional, but it's still like not upbeat, but like
Yeah.
it's moving a bit. You know what
It's
I mean?
not no piano thing.
I mean that's definitely a piano, but like
But you know what I mean.
I know what you mean.
It's not a Drake type beat. You know.
I know what you mean. But like this one here, yeah. It's deeper to me because I had this beat for the longest.
Yeah.
I had this beat for the longest. And I had it for so long. I was like, bro, I'm gonna write the best song to this, but it needs to be real. I think I had a whole different song on this beat.
Really?
A whole different song, and I was like, bro, it's not even feel right. And when it felt, bro, I'm telling you, bro, I went through my heartbreak, and I heard this beat, and it was just like, it was
right.
It was almost like
It synced.
the puzzle pieces, just like.
It syncs.
It was the chorus. Trying to find my where do I start? Trying to find the key so I can play my heart. I'm blindfolded, I'm empty. Like that was the
What's
first.
so crazy is I wasn't even going for a heartbreak when I heard this song. When I first heard it, and I felt
But
it.
you
So,
deeped it.
you know. Oh, this part. Oh,
This is me regaining and restoring all my energy. Trying to plant seeds to make trees, cause that's the
I remember when he showed us this beat.
do you remember this bit? He must have rewinded it like 3 times, 4 times.
I love this bit. And you got a choir in the background, it's an instant hit.
But he won't do a music video. Guys, please tell us to do a music video for this. I mean, begging him to.
If you ever do a music video for this, let me direct it, please.
He has
I have
to,
the perfect
but
idea.
don't want to.
Let me be the creative director.
Okay, this will be one of them ones that just sits with me forever. You know what I mean?
This is timeless. This is timeless for sure.
This will sit with me forever because it means.
Quick question before we wrap it up. Please put this on vinyl.
Oh. You know what I was gonna do? I was gonna make CDs for these stuff. Might get to vinyls, but like, I'm definitely gonna.
I need this on my wall, especially with that cover art.
I'm definitely gonna
We're the
make
team,
CDs.
so we definitely get the CDs first.
For real.
You know.
It's deep, right? As I told you, like we've gone in 5 tracks in 13 minutes. This is not a long. This EP is 13 minutes long. We've gone through.
That's a YouTube video.
You know what I mean? So no one has. As I've been saying, when I get to marketing this, 13 minutes is you in the shower. 13 minutes is a little workout at the gym. I'm telling you, bro.
Facts.
13 minutes is you making breakfast. 13 minutes
is bopping to Morley's, bro.
13 minutes is being on the toilet, bro. Like, bro, it could be anything. You have not. Well, you have. I'm saying anyone who takes it, take it in. If you don't like, if you don't like it, you wasted 13 minutes of your life. If you like it, 13 minutes.
Yeah.
But
replay it.
You ain't gonna waste 13 minutes of your life.
Replay it. See what I mean?
Fact.
So in these 13 minutes, we've gone through happiness. We've gone through kind of like this.
Gone through heartbreak.
We've gone through I need this bag. We've gone through deep.
We've gone through life.
See what I mean? Like,
look how much we fitted in 13 minutes.
Feel me? Whether it happens or not, people might not take that song as it is. That's to the listener. You can take whatever song, however you want it. But for me, knowing I went through all them emotions in 5 songs is enough for me to be like, this is for anyone listening, for any manager, A&R, anyone who's looking at this, they can say, okay, cool. He's explored at least.
Just wanted to say real quick, as your brother, just wanted to say, super proud of you for this. Super proud of you putting out this project as we wrap it up now. Brainstorm, people. Whew.
Yeah, by the time this comes out, it will be out.
Yeah,
it'll be to the people.
Run it up.
I got one last question for you.
Go on.
This is the one to wrap up. We'll wrap ups. Wrap up makes any sense. I don't know. I'm waffling now.
Alright.
Obviously, 2022.
Yeah.
What's that looking like? Obviously, we're only in February.
We're early.
February 6th, day of recording. Sounded professional. I like that.
No, I like it.
But yeah, no, like what's 2022 looking like? Because
there's just one word for me. It's just consistency.
Yeah.
I don't care how big or small people think I'm doing things. It's not to me. It's not about looking big. It's just consistency. I've always known that I was never gonna have the one song that hits a mill and then I pop off. Sorry. For me, it was always gonna be the slow rise,
slow progression. Yeah.
So with consistency, even if I end this year on 1,000 streams per song, 500 streams per song, it will be consistent, and you'll be able to see it move up because I will keep doing it. As I said, like I feel, as we said, everything happens for a reason. I feel like it's taken this long on purpose because I'm in a headspace now where I know what I want. I know how I want to do it. I'm not gonna conform and do a sound that I don't like for the masses.
Facts.
I'm not gonna make a song strictly for a TikTok dance. If it happens, it happens. But I'm not. I know what I want now. So 2022 is consistency.
Proud of you, bro. Hey, thank you guys for tuning in.
You didn't do anything.
Shout out my boy.
Hey man, we out, baby.
Brainstorm out now.
Facts.
Yeah.
Hit that shit up.
God damn.
Oh, where's the clap? Oh, fuck. Yeah.